What's going on with XRP today? Is this the calm before another XRP price letdown? I want to get into kind of some of the headlines right now around XRP and give you my thoughts as we move forward and into the weekend. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Mark. We do talk crypto each and every single day. I want to welcome you guys back. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. We have talked XRP each and every single day for pretty much 3+ years now. So for those of you that are returning subscribers, I do want to thank you. And let's get down into the news as we turn our attention to what we're seeing here in the overall, as we look at the top 100. All right, XRP still third in market cap. And we are flirting with that $3 threshold. Okay, so another red day for XRP, down 6.9%. What exactly is going on right now? Is this the calm before another crash? Kind of sneaking up on us a little bit. I want to share with you guys my thoughts and sentiment as we get into these XRP headlines as well. But first, guys, if you aren't trading with BTCC, I do encourage you to click my link, check it out, do your due diligence. But with my link down below, you will get a sign-up promotion that, in my opinion, trumps a lot of offers in the crypto trading world, right? 10% bonus on your first-time deposit to go alongside 40% lower trading fees. Check out BTCC, understand their terms and conditions, and if you want to start trading, that link is down below in the description. So if you do want to check them out while we follow along, click the link that you see in the description box, okay? So a couple headlines that we want to talk about before we get into the calm before the next crash. This is not FUD, by the way. It does me no good or benefit to see XRP's price go down, but we are going to talk about the news as it relates to us as XRP holders, okay? And a lot of people are kind of excited about this. This is the RLUSD push. They are the leading contender amongst Bank of America to become the top contender within what Bank of America is doing as they want to kind of further their stablecoin plans, okay? As you look in kind of the growing adoption and the growing regulatory clarity, this is where Ripple's RLUSD is at the top of the front-running list for Bank of America. That's a huge headline. Also, kind of the crash that we are looking at, this is coming out from the street. As we do look in kind of what's happened recently as Chris Larson, okay? The Chris Larson news as he's moved $140 million in XRP to exchanges. That's kind of when we saw XRP exploding. And then all of a sudden, one of their executives from Ripple basically dumped. And essentially, what this means for us as holders, well, quite frankly, I'm kind of the other opposite conversation. A lot of people are thinking this as FUD. I kind of don't mind it, okay? If XRP is really going to get to a place where we want it to head to, $140 million selling off is not going to be kind of news, right? It wouldn't even make a dent in the charts. So I'm kind of taking this with a grain of salt, and it does kind of I do want to reiterate kind of my stance on this matter. It does executives of Ripple no good to see the price of XRP go down, okay? We've talked escrows, we talked kind of what all the higher ups do hold, Brad Garlinghouse and the surplus of XRP that they do possess. Sure, they can dump on the holders, right? But in my argument that I will make, it does no good for these executives to see the price of XRP go down. So please keep that in mind. And yeah, I will also say that they are basically the creators and founders and as high-ranking officials within Ripple. If they want to sell and they want to take profits, I think that's something where nobody really questions you when you take profits with your XRP. So I just kind of venture down that road, okay? And that's kind of where I stand on the matter. So I don't want to basically complain or make it any kind of a problem if Ripple executive does want to essentially dump on the XRP community, okay? But as we get into the article that I wanted to talk about, the calm before the next crash. Now, please remember, guys, this is not FUD, but as XRP's price has cooled off, this is where the chart is suggesting that a pullback may still have some more room to develop further, okay? We have seen the broader structure remain bullish, right? We're trading above $3, so that's something to celebrate. But as we look at the XRP USDT pairing, okay, we've been rejected at 350 and now finding support in that demand zone sitting above $3. That does overlap with the upper boundary of a previous consolidation range. Also, we have seen the RSI sharply cool down from overbought, now sitting at around 59 with some bulls getting some breathing room as we look at that, okay? But as we do look at a further pullback, possibly to, as this article alludes to, the 250 region, that's where the 100 and 200-day moving averages are located. Keep that in mind. So if we do see more blood in the market, more red for XRP, the $250 level is something that I do think is a possibility as we get deeper into it, okay? Also, the Bitcoin pairing within XRP, there has been a further breakdown with that as we look for that short-term uptrend, kind of retracing back into the 2680 sat range. Okay, we looked at that where we faced heavy resistance at 3,200. Now with Bitcoin trading around 115,000, it only makes sense. Okay, and I think that as we talk about it, the 200-day moving average is something that is very, very, very important to what XRP is doing on the charts as we look for possibly retesting that 2,400 range, where that would put us essentially back in that 250 territory that we are kind of alluding to and kind of worried about as it relates to XRP. So I will pull this up again and I will talk about it because I think it is relevant to us as we trade, right? And I think that as XRP flirts with this $3 level, that is going to be, at risk, if you will. The one thing I will mention, you guys, is that is the next step along the way. Okay, I personally think that if XRP does go down further, we won't go down below $2.66. I think we have a lot of support there at that level as well. But I think that's very important. And I did allude to kind of what Chris Larson's doing, right? Maybe it's a tipping of the scale. Maybe it's something that we have seen. Maybe he knows something that everybody doesn't. Okay, and essentially, when that news came about, the overall crypto market started 3 consecutive red days. And I think that news is continuing to loom as we have seen that sharp red candle basically form once we did fail to break through $3.50 permanently. And I think that's kind of the big storyline moving forward. So as we look at this moving average, as this red candle, as I do want to zoom in on it, is kind of testing that level. That's kind of what we have to look forward to, okay? But if we do kind of retest kind of the other moving averages, the 250 is definitely in play. But for me, guys, it's something where we're playing with house money almost, right? During the SEC litigation, buying XRP 40, 50, 60 cents. Yes, you do want to have a kind of a stop loss in place to kind of mitigate some of the risk that you are taking, some of the losses that could ensue. Nobody's going to tell, just like I'm talking about Chris Larson, nobody's going to tell you that taking profits with XRP, if you're up 5, 6, or even 4, 5, 6x from where we're at right here, right now, still currently, right? Yes, the vision for XRP is always going to be $5, $10 and beyond. But as we stand right here trading around $3, right? No one's ever going to be mad at you for taking profits. So win your trade, do what's best for you financially, and kind of just own it, right? Own the trade. And me permanently, I am more so long-term with XRP. So like I said, this isn't something where I'm running for the hills. If we did drop down to $2.50, fine. There's going to be another opportunity where XRP gets back above $3. Don't have that crystal ball, can't tell you when, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. So want to take the time to give you guys my thoughts on the matter, because I know a lot of people out there are panicking, they're searching for answers. And quite frankly, as we do have these corrections that plague the crypto market very frequently, volatility is high. Okay, that's always been the story within crypto. It's something where you just kind of have to understand where crypto's headed, follow the news each and every single day, and make the best possible decisions for yourself financially. All right. So I'll leave you with that. Appreciate you all tuning in. I'll leave your thoughts and comments down below as we get out of here. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.